here again, and now we're gonna jump into the deep stuff. So we get to a point where it works. You can unmount the stuff, it increments, unmounts, and preserves the state, so it's good. Now what we need to do is we need to get keys into the place. So we know that even if it's a static child, changing the key on a given element will force the recreation of the state node. So let's get it done. So let's do key to pass stuff, which will be changed to 2, which is by default 1. Key to pass is 1. And let's use it as a counter. Key equals this dot state, this dot state dot key to pass. Okay, now when I click on that, it will forces this increment to be created. At least that's what it will do. So what I want to do is where is the reconcile children? I don't know if it's any indication, but I just want to get it to previous fiber. Not. Is it still working? Yep. Okay. So instead of simply relying on has alternate and the types are mismatch, I want to do something like this. So yeah, do it if it's a mismatch there. So if it's a mismatch there, or there is no mismatch but the keys are different. So there is no mismatch, but the element dot props dot key and element dot props dot key not equal current alternate key. So what we need to do is we need to provide a key, which will be like if element props dot key, the new fiber dot key equals element props dot key. Okay, that will be copied over here. Okay. And it will be copied over here like so. Okay, should be all right. Okay, so it does the job, but it does not really like ordering. So it gets rid of the meaningless component, and as you can see, the state is not preserved, so we know that placement actually is not working. So the simple placement is actually working because a new state node got created, but the ordering is a bit strange. So let's experiment with that. The ordering is a bit strange because I think it depends the child of all the increment stuff as a last action. and therefore a parent child doesn't know where to reinsert children into what index. So we might have to use replace child, I think. So so that happens here, and it happens because we forced a new state node. So this will be true, this stuff. So we going up in the parent fiber. So we get to a point where it's not going to be a class-based component, but that parent actually got actually they are the same. They just got updated. So we might be able to just simply switch it to remove replace child item state node, which does pretty much nothing. I mean, they should be identical. Item state node and item alternator state node may be identical. Yeah. So the whole counter stuff got inserted to the wrong place. Do we have an element all the time? Yeah, I think that's pretty irrelevant. Okay, so item state node, item alternator state node. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, let's experiment with something else. Let's try to do a different scenario where item effect tag gonna be equals, I'm just gonna sketch things now, and item alternate effect tag gonna be equal double u. Okay, let's just try out some things. I want to get rid of displacement, so it will be W, and this will be this. Also alternate should be current alternate. Okay, that's much better. Yeah, we can. I think we can put it back because I don't think that caused this thing. It's just simply that now we have a alternate stuff. Yeah. Oh no. It's interesting. What if I get back the although I have no idea why. So it doesn't even do anything yet. Deletion. So that replace child. So if I put it back to append child, then I'm pretty sure it's not gonna work. Yeah, so I think that's easy. So that's happening because simply append child appends it as the last item, whatever state node you have, and since it's an update, but the state node's changed, that needs to be reappended. So with replace child, we simply know the index where it needs to be reappended. If we are using the alternate state node, so that's simply for the order. So that's quite clear why it does that. Although I'm not sure why this is catching. So I did this separate branch for the only reason that I didn't want to treat it as a normal placement. I didn't want to treat it as a normal deletion. I wanted to create a separate flow for that. So and at the moment it does nothing. It does nothing. Yeah, and it does nothing now because we have nothing here, so we actually have to populate it with probably this, and from the remove child part, deletion, probably this. And what we need to do is replace this fiber.state node. Fail to execute replace child. Oh no, the parameter is not the type of node. That fiber item. Fiber alternate the state node. Still nothing happening. Increment amount. Increment. We are replacing it with that one. Okay. So it gets re-rendered every time. It gets re-rendered every time, but for some reason the value does not change. effects, type, element, props. So it should be a simple update. Should be a simple update. It gets re-rendered and things like that. So I think actually the fiber gets updated. I think. Let's get to use state and console log current fiber. After the value's been updated. Okay. So memo state. No, it does not get updated. That's interesting. So it must be some problem with here. I think it's a clear update. It has an alternate. The types are equal. So when we got the commit all work, it should get to update. Okay, so we should never get here, I suppose. in this state when we have this increment stuff. Yeah, okay. So probably the problem is that when I unmount item parent the state node, it will think it's wanna replace the child for some reason. So 999. Is it because I'm setting the alternator? I'm not quite sure. Let's check it out. What if alternate I'm putting there null? But if alternate is null, then I won't have anything. Yeah, it's quite complicated. So if alternate is there, is not there, sorry, then here the replace child will have nothing there. But since it is the same in these cases, let's just try it like this. Country property effect tag of null 340. Item that alternate, then we don't need this. Check. Let's rely on the first one. So unmount cannot read property state node of undefined in commit work. Cannot read property state node of undefined. I presume it's that one. Okay. Well, I might need alternate. What if I create just an arbitrary thing here, which will be called, I don't know, the equals current alternate, and I can get it rid of it later, just to have a reference for the previous one. I should be able to have the fiber, but alternate should be here, I suppose. Okay, so let's do another thing. Let alternate equals item.d, and alternate still no luck. Okay, now it does not think that we should be in the update state. That's somewhat better. It can think it's in the update state. So let's console log out things. increment it normally, amount, and I've got quite a few updates. Okay. Okay. What if I treat it as a separate stuff? So let BL equal parent fiber dot alternate. Okay. Yeah, okay. That kills the purpose. Okay. So what we can do, I have no idea what's going on, to be honest. It's a bumpy ride. So we get to a point where it's the order is maintained, but why is it not working? So first is the counter. So then the to-do, so it's good. Let's check the fiber structure, shall we? So what's that? So we have this functional component, which is the counter. What is its parent? So its parent should be, the counter's parent should be a div with ref. Which is not. Okay, that's interesting. Its parent should be a div with the ref, right? So if I get this, its parent is a div. It's not state parent props. Okay, so it is, sorry. So oops, unmount. So its parent props ref. Okay, so its parent is set up correctly. Its sibling set up correctly. it's props it's a functional component parent, okay, but it kind of still thinks that it is that it needs to recreate the element, but to be honest, I have no idea why. It might be because its alternate is null, and we are checking that it's, so maybe the alternate key is like not equal to element dot props dot key. Is this like that? And it thinks that it needs to create, so element dot props dot key and the element props dot key current alternate dot key. So alternate, maybe current alternate. Okay, well, but now we have the alternate key is 1. So, okay, so the alternate, okay, I know, oh sorry, yeah, I spent a lot of time. So we're setting the old key as the new key, where we should if element, yeah, props dot key, we should set the new key onto that element dot props dot key. I think so. I think that can do some good. So now if I unmount it, that works. And now, okay, yeah, sorry, so I stole a lot of minutes from your life, guys. Deeply sorry about that. It's my mistake. So yeah, the problem was that I set up the old key and it thought every time that it's a new instance. However, we just only create a new instance at once, right? So if I increment this and unmount, that should set back to 0. But now it should not change it because the keys are the same. Okay, whew. Yeah, that's a tough one. Okay, besides that, I think it's pretty easy. It should be what was done. So I can get rid of the D variable. Okay, so what I was doing is simply basically I created a separate bench for the placements and deletion when it happens. So it's a replace creation and a replace deletion. I will clear that up. And also this is the case where, so just think about this, that the functional component, like the counter, got recreated. So the state nodes are not the same. So they are two different objects in the memory. So that means that we will get into this branch, and although they are separate instances, the parent component, which both of them, both the alternate and the work in progress, are at some point attached, and they are host components, they are the same. And in order to preserve the index, we're just using replace child, and this way it will know where to attach the new element. And the state node is actually the same, and the reason for that, this is the same because we are inside an update stuff, so it must be the same. So if you use item that alternate the state node or item the state node, they are equal in terms of reference equality. Whew. Okay, I think that's a really good point where I should stop the video and have a little break and then come up and continue with, not first, I don't wanna just I don't wanna clean up the code first. I wanna add the dynamic array thing, which was the goal of the whole branch and the whole mini series. So thanks for listening and see you next time, guys.